Hey, Brendan, how you doing? Good Monday morning. Hope everybody is doing well. No, I forgot to switch the title. I'm going live with Monday Musings. You try to have everything, going. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, that's one thing that sucks is when you're live, you can't change the title. Hey, Vegas, how are you, hon? What's going on? I am doing well. Thank you so much for asking, Brendan. Hey, Mr. Ron, how are you? Good morning, good morning. Give it a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As soon as my other thing decides to. The reason it says testing is I was going to go live and test yesterday. There goes the mic, sorry. And I even switched everything around. You can barely hear me? Am I low, guys? I shouldn't be. I'm on my norm. All right, hold on one sec. Let me see. Maybe. No, I'm up all the way there. Is that better? Hey, Delta. Hey, my bugaboo. Is that any better? What did I do? I switched my mic around, but damn. All right, hold on. That ain't gonna help. Is that better? I'm gonna keep asking because I'm gonna switch my mic thingy. So let me know if it gets any better. Everything's up. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see something. I think I might know what the problem is. Now you can't hear me at all? Hardly hear me. I know, we're trying to fix the situation. Let me see. What did I do to screw it up? Configure those speakers. That's loud in my ears. Hold on. Recording, line in, stereo. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on one sec. Is that better? That was loud. I know. See, it was. Sorry. I should have warned you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, line in. No, not better. Crap. Communications. Do nothing. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. That's not plugged in. What the hell did I do now? Let's see. Okay, that's blinking at me. I don't know what that means. I know, right? Hey, everybody! Let's try that. Nope, that's not working. What the frick is going on? Let me see. Let me see. We'll get there sooner or later. I wonder if. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Nope. How's that? Is that better? Is that any better? See, trying to do this sound shit. I don't know anything about it. Damn it. Well, crap. Hold on. Okay, that's that. Recording. Let's see. Enable. I'm just going to enable everything. Yeah, my sound. Line in. Come on. Hold on. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Give me a second here. Yeah, Andy, that's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go in your ear. How's that? Is that better? Yes, the mic is plugged in. Let me make sure my. Let me see here. How do I get. I'm here. Can you guys hear me? Oh, I could have probably just hit settings. Test. Is that better, guys? Hello? Is anybody out there? Hello? A little? It's a little better. Well, it's probably because I'm yelling. Why is my audio, why is my Yeti not coming through? Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Trying to think. Okay, hold on. Open sound settings. I will get this. Damn it. Yeah, I'm in front of them. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh, that's why. Somehow, where is my. No, that's input. Test. Why is it? Where is my Yeti? Oh, there it is. There is it. No, it's not coming through. Manage sound devices. Output. Enable. Is that better? Test. No, it's still the same. Rrr. What the hell is going on? Okay, hold on. I'm going to get out of this. Yes, quit. The only green one that I see. How's that? No, that's wrong one. What the hell? Where is my blue Yeti? Way down here. Default device. No, I don't want to. Shit. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Set is default. Yes, it is set as default. It's being an asshole. No, I don't. Okay, let me listen. Test. Test, test. That's not helping any. Is that better? Is that better? Oh, I think I got it. Maybe. Did I get it? Is that better? I'm not yelling. Awesome. It was turned down for some reason. That's what the problem was. It was turned down. Holy crap. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Awesome. It was turned down inside the system somewhere. I had to go finagle everything. What the hell? All right, so give me a second to pull everything back up again because, holy curse word, that's right. I'm doing all right now, Mike, now that everybody can hear me. Holy crap. You know, I swear. I just swear. All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Why? Okay, maybe. What is this? That's the chat room. What would be that? We want to monitor that. Oh, I can hear myself. Holy crap, that's loud. Wow. Yeah, I turned that volume all the way up. It didn't do nothing. Okay. Are we recording? Yes. Well, happy Monday musings to everybody. What's going on? Good Monday morning to y'all. How is everyone? So, what's coming up on the first half of this show? We'll be talking about some scary situations in the paranormal world. But you guys are, I would say scary because, we're all in the investigation world. So today we'll be talking about black eyed kids encounter, because everybody loves those, haunted hotel rooms, and the latest ghostly news about how people are quarantined with some scary stuff. In the second half of the show, it's your turn. Call in. I will put up the call in number for you guys to call in, or click the link in chat and come up on panel and tell us your spooky encounters with the paranormal. Here we go. Hopefully it's working right. Oh my God. Really? You guys didn't hear that? That's okay. It's mostly for the podcast and radio station. So it's good. If you guys didn't hear it, I'll figure it out somehow, someday, somewhere. That's why you didn't hear it, because I'm not sharing the screen. Oh my goodness. All right. Screen two. Share. But we're going to go there. Shut up. Stop shaking. Screen. I know, right? What's going on, guys? As you can see, the studio has switched around a little bit. Let me go ahead and play that one more time for you guys. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry about this. And so the week begins. Good Monday morning from Valdez, Alaska. Welcome to the Shadows of the Moons show. It is Monday morning, and we are live on YouTube, Facebook, DLive, Twitch, and Mixer under the same name. So come on in, join the fun, and get into the conversation. Just like always, Mondays are about Monday Musings, which is all about paranormal talk. We share stories from the internet and, of course, your stories live on air. Without further ado, let's get started.
And now, coming to you live from Alaska, here's a woman that has been around many moons and has seen many shadows. Here's your host, Shadows of the Moon.
Did you hear it that time? Hopefully. Oh my God, it is definitely a Monday. All right, I don't need that anymore. I can get that off the line. There we go. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? I hope everybody's had a great weekend. Can you still hear me? Wow. Wow, I tell you, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Hello, Christina. How you doing? I saw you pop in there. Want to say hey to everybody who's in chat. Let's go ahead and say the hellos. We have, of course, the crazy Andy K in chat. Christina and Son Ghost Squad. Mike Hughes is here. Nicole is here. We also had Vegas was here. Thank you, Christina. We have over in DLive, we got some Ron. Ron's watching you in DLive. What's going on, guys? How you doing? So today we're talking about, we got some haunted hotels. Well, haunted hotel rooms. It's like one story, I think. Black-eyed kids encounters and quarantine with the ghosts. With the ghosts, right? Hope everybody's doing well. I hope you had an awesome weekend. What'd everybody do? Hello, Miss Nicole. Did you guys have a good weekend? Like, shut up, Missy. Just get to the freaking stories. I know how it is. I know how it is. All right, guys. So the first horror story. No, the first haunted hotel room story comes from a couple years ago, and it's telling about how they went on a weekend break. Nice, Nicole, nice. Yeah, I know, Andy. It does seem like Sundays, Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, right? So, anyway, when it comes to this haunted hotel room, it says 5 years ago, my wife and I decided to take a weekend break. The hotel we chose was a hotel named Barony Castle Hotel on the outskirts of Peebles in the Scottish border. The hotel itself lay in acres of land surrounded by forest. While we were getting dressed for the evening meal, my wife sat on the dressing table while I was standing by the bed, when suddenly the television, which stood on the other side of the room, switched itself on. It stayed on for a few minutes and switched itself off again. It did this about 3 times. Neither my wife or myself felt fazed by this until the following morning while we were checking out. The receptionist said to us, "Oh, I see you were in the haunted room last night." When we told her what happened, she said the room was haunted by a maid who had once worked in the hotel. She said that others had reported being woken up by the lady who would stand at the bottom of the bed staring at them as they slept. Others had witnessed the TV switching on and off as we did. We didn't at any time threaten it in any way, but in fact, we have visited the same hotel on many occasions. The Barney Castle Hotel can be Googled, and the story of the haunting is there for all to read. And that was submitted by Keith R. over at My Haunted Life 2. And I'll put that in chat so you guys can read it for yourself. Pretty cool article. And yeah, that's kind of like what I was saying here, how this place is basically, I know one of, at least one of the things is, one of the spirits I should say is a hotel worker, because you hear the knocks, because our policy is we knock, and like I would say front desk because I'm not housekeeping, but you hear the knock, and then you hear the handle jiggle, like she's trying to come in. I don't know if any of our housekeepers here, since it's been built, has passed on. I'm sure there's a couple, but that's what we get here. If you could read and write, you'd have a proper job. Let me make sure nobody is over in the MXLR chat room. Nope, nobody over there. Glance over there to see if anybody's watching or listening, I should say, not watching. So the second story we have for today is the black-eyed kids ghostly rapping on the window. This comes from a couple years ago again. The first house we lived in was alive with spirits. My parents didn't like to mention it, but it was. I was probably 4 at the time when I first noticed it. We were having a family reunion at our house, and we had the whole family over. Lots of foods, lots of play, lots of fun. And, his cousins and everything were over and visiting. So he was having a ball. I remember being tired and wanting to go to sleep just when the sun went down. So I went to my room and I fell asleep. The party was still going on downstairs. I woke up to someone knocking at my window, but it wasn't a polite knock. It was pounding like urgency. I didn't think anything of it except that it was probably one of my cousins being mean or something. But the knocking hadn't stopped. It was just constant knocking. I got out of bed to see who it was. I walked over to the window and opened my curtains, and while the loud banging was still happening, there was no one there, in the front or on the side of the window. I remember my breathing getting real heavy and tears forming in my eyes. I couldn't move. I was so scared. Somehow I broke free of the paralysis and ran to the living room, which was empty other than the TV being on. The clock on the wall that said it was almost 4 a.m. and my mother fast asleep on the couch. It definitely wasn't my cousins at that time. Another encounter took place around the same period, and I woke up early in the morning while everyone was asleep. I was making a bowl of cereal Thank you so much for the lemon,
Oh
Ron. Oh,
my.
little. Hey, Tamara, how are you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I knew Ron was over on D Live, so
Oh
I
my.
automatically assumed. Thank you so much for the lemons, Tamara. That's so sweet of you. Another encounter took place around the same period. I woke up in the morning while everyone was still asleep. I was making a bowl of cereal in the kitchen when I started to feel kind of weird. I opened up the fridge door to get milk and looked toward the other end of the kitchen and saw a hand. Just a hand. Slowly fingering for me to come here. I did. Right away, as a matter of fact, thinking it was my dad. But when I turned the corner, no one was there. They were still sleeping still. There are other things that happen. What I do remember strongly is never feeling alone. Even if I was home alone, the house would feel alive. I think a lot happened in that place, and I do believe some of it was not good. And that was submitted by an anonymous person. That is spooky. That is really, really spooky. And as always, I will share the links out in the chat. That is very spooky. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I could not imagine that. Thinking that it's your dad, going, come here, you know. Now we get to our black-eyed children stories. The BE Kids stories continue. Hold on one second. So this person, it comes from a person named Cayman. Again, it's on myhauntedlife2.com. My encounter started like any other. Some kids came to the door. I was alone in the house playing video games when this long knock came to the door. I could see through the curtains on the door that it was just some kids, and living in a neighborhood with several families with kids was nothing out of the ordinary. Yet before I even opened the door, I began to feel extremely wary. I opened it to find two boys, around 12 or 13, standing on my porch. The taller boy had knocked. The smaller one had been straddling a bike. I found this odd that he was on my porch on his bike. He would have to carry it up the front steps instead of standing beside it and was sitting on it. At first, they kept their heads down, and I asked if I could help them. They said they needed to come in for a minute, and it wouldn't take long. I asked if they were from the neighborhood, and they didn't answer. It was about this time that I realized something wasn't right. They kept trying to get in, and I kept telling them that they couldn't. They didn't get impatient or mad. They just kept trying to get me to invite them in. I felt that they were absolutely draining all the energy from my body. It was a battle. I can tell you that no doubt, yes, they are real. They are evil by nature, and you do not want them around you, near you, or able to touch you. And that was that story of his encounter with the black-eyed children. Okay, Andy, hurry back. The second one comes in. It's a weird story. It's crazy to me. Um, how weird this story is, and I couldn't imagine what I would do. What I would do in this situation. So here it is. It was about 10 p.m. in late June when this happened, and it really creeped me out. I lived in Columbia in the countryside. I was forced one day to move my PC to our third floor studio to get a better signal from the modem in our house. While I was setting up the PC, I noticed that my iPhone cloud storage was so large that it could not actually complete a backup. This made me spend the next half hour clearing my phone out of old junk I no longer use. Lastly, I began to erase old pictures that I didn't wish to keep anymore. I cleared almost all of the photos, leaving just the oldest ones. There in the top row, next to the very first photograph that I took with a phone of my dogs, was a really creepy photo of a kid with black eyes just staring into the camera. It was a very disturbing image. I have no idea where this picture came from. It was very old, and I think it would have, or I would have noticed it earlier, but the photo seemed to have appeared from nowhere. I tried tapping on the photo to enlarge it and get a better look to see if I could discern anything else. But instead, the photo app crashed. When I went back after the crash, the picture was gone, while every other picture was still there. I absolutely have no idea where it came from. I didn't take the photo. I know anyone I don't know anyone who sent me such a picture. This is not made up. It really happened and it scares me to death. I spent the next hour and a half looking for any possible answer. I often think about finding that photo on my phone, and today I found the site and decided to post the story. It may not get posted, but at least clears my mind that someone else knows about this. I learned about the BEK a few years ago through some old odd conspiracy TV shows that sometimes pop up in the Discovery Channel and such, but I was never really convinced about it until that picture just popped up without any reasonable explanation. Welcome back, Andy. How did that photo get there? It makes me shudder to think about it. How crazy is that? Can you imagine? That's about as crazy as Eddie's phone going off, taking pictures by itself and videos. Of course, we know that's the CIA. No. But can you imagine just going through your old photos and this picture of a black-eyed kid appears in your photo and you're like, where the hell did this come from? It's not cool to me. Yeah, it is spooky, Christina. It is very spooky. I know, it was. It was. It was the Men in Black just taking random. They took dirty pictures while it was on the nightstand. They really didn't get much, but either the ceiling or I think it was face down. So they really didn't get much in a video. But I couldn't imagine looking at my photos and finding this random picture of a black-eyed kid just staring at the camera. That would creep me out. I'm not going to lie. So the last of the stories comes from, and this is going to be my question for the day. And if you haven't had experience more so since we've been in quarantine and that, with ghosts, these are a couple of stories that come from, people are home more, so they're noticing more things. So this comes from the New York Times, actually. Quarantine with a ghost? It's scary. For those who believe they're locked down with spectral roommates, the pandemic has been less isolating than they bargained for. It started with the front door. Adrian Gomez lives with his partner in Los Angeles, where their first few days of sheltering in place for the coronavirus pandemic proved uneventful. They worked remotely, baked, took a 2-mile walk with each other, and refinished their porcelain kitchen sink. But then, one night, the doorknob began to rattle vigorously, so loud he could hear it from across the apartment, yet no one was there. In mid-April, Mr. Gomez was in bed when a nearby window shade began shaking against the window frame so intensely, and despite the fact that the window was closed and an adjacent window shade remained perfectly still, the cats were all accounted for, and no bug nor bird nor any other small creature had gotten stuck there. It was so creepy that Mr. Gomez thought they were having an earthquake. I very seriously hid myself under the comforter like you see in the horror movies because it really did freak me out, he said. Now, through neither he nor his partner noticed any unexplained activity at home before this. The couple can distinctly make out footsteps above their head, and no one lives above them. I'm a fairly rational person, said Mr. Gomez, who is 26 and works in IT support. I try to think, what are the reasonable, tangible things that could be causing this? But when I don't have those answers, I start to think, maybe something else is going on. They're not alone, possibly in more ways than one. For those who experience of self-isolation involves what they believe to be ghosts, their days are punctured not only by Zoom meetings or homeschooling, but by disembodied voices, shadowy figures, misbehaving electronics, invisible cats cozying up on the couches, caress from hands that aren't there, and even some cases, to borrow the technical parlance of Ghostbusters. Free-floating, full torso, vaporous apparitions. Some of the people are frightened, of course. Others they can appreciate. Welcome back, Tamara. Others say they can appreciate the company. There's, of course, no scientific evidence for the existence of ghosts. In fact, it's a little bearing in our collective enthusiasm for them, according to 2019 YouGov survey. 45% of U.S. adults believe in ghosts. In 2009, the Pew Research Center found that 18% of Americans believe themselves to have seen or otherwise encountered one. Before stay-at-home restrictions in New York, Patrick Hinz, 42, left Manhattan with his husband and daughter to spend 6 weeks in an adorable cottage, western Massachusetts, where they rented on an Airbnb. One night, Mr. Hinz woke up around 3 a.m., thirsty for a glass of water. He said he walked into the kitchen and saw a white man in his 50s wearing a well-worn World War II-era military uniform and cap sitting on the table. Or sitting at the table. That would be weird, right? It seemed normal in a split second before I realized, wait, what's happening? And as I turned to look, he was gone, said Mr. Hines, who hosts the podcast True Crime Obsessed. It didn't feel menacing at all. It almost didn't even occur to me to tell my husband the next morning. If you were to accept the premises that ghosts are real, it stands to reason that some tension would naturally result once their flesh and blood roommates start spending much more time at home together. John Tenney, who I love, if you guys haven't, hey Zach, how you doing, hon? No worries. Welcome, hon. If you haven't checked anything out by John Tenney, he's incredibly smart. He's freaking hilarious. There are some things, that I disagree with him about, but there are others that I'm like, all right. So if you get a chance, definitely study up on him. He's a really cool dude. And he's a pleasurable person. Do you know what I mean? So John Tenney, who describes, and make sure you look up, if you're going to look him up, it's John E. L. Tenney, who describes himself as a paranormal researcher and former host of the TV show Ghost Stalkers, estimates that he received 2 to 5 reports of haunted house each month in 2019. Lately, it's more like 5 to 10 a week. Mr. Tenney has been seen something like this before. In 1999, immediately before Y2K, he witnessed a spike in reported ghost and poltergeist activity, as well as UFO sightings, which in his experience are also on the rise at this moment. It does seem to have something to do with our heightened state of anxiety or hypervigilance, he said. Mr. Tenney has no doubt that the vast majority of these cases in one inbox are completely explainable in nature. And we all get those, we've all seen those cases where we understand what's going on and, it's explainable, right? When the sun comes up and the house starts to warm, they're usually at work. They're not used to hearing the bricks pop or the wood expand, he said. It's not that the house wasn't making these sounds. They just had never had time to notice it. Makes sense. Or did they? Jane Cowan believes she's been haunted since college. The ghost she calls Matthew, a good biblical name chosen in hopes that it would keep him on his best behavior, explained Miss Cowan, who is 26, has historically made his presence known in her natural home through the sounds of someone running up and down the staircase at night. Hey, Freaky Geek! The noises are not like a house settling or like a cat walking around, said her husband, Will Cowan, a 31-year-old accountant. It's very clearly out to get attention. Around the same time the couple began self-isolation in March, Mr. Cohen started to use their guest bathroom so that his wife, a home health nurse who has been picking up more night shifts during the pandemic, could sleep in without the sounds of the morning routine of him disturbing her. He has found that Matthew, who both spouses agree prefers Mrs. Cohen, doesn't seem to appreciate these changes. On 3 separate occasions while showering in the guest bath, Mr. Cohen has unexpectedly been blasted with cold water. But it wasn't just a quirk of the plumbing. Every time, he said, he reached out to find that hot water nozzle had been turned off. Can you imagine thinking that just what the hell, when, we've all had cold water blast us in a shower, right? But you go to turn and the nozzle's been turned off? That's crazy. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine that. Madison Hill, 24, is riding out the pandemic with her boyfriend in her apartment in Florence, Italy. Miss Hill is a writer and a teacher originally from Charlotte, North Carolina, and has always had her suspicious about her home, particularly the bathroom. There was the sense that someone was watching her, doors slamming, towels inexplicably on the floor. A few weeks in quarantine, she woke up to find something on her nightstand that did not belong there. It was a camera lens, one she brought from the United States but lost when she moved in. She had long given up on ever finding it. But here it was. Since then, small objects including a set of keys have moved to strange new places inside her apartment. The reappearance of the camera lens in particular struck her as a mischievous, playful gesture. Perhaps even a thoughtful suggestion that could be the perfect time for Miss Hill, who majored in film in college, to pick up her old hobby back up. Carrie Dunlap shares a 1-bedroom apartment in the Ridge neighborhood of Queens with his girlfriend Alexandra Cole. Mr. Dunlap, a 31-year-old teacher, rapper, and concert promoter, believes that he first met the resident ghost last summer. He saw her in the bedroom in the middle of the night wearing green scrubs, standing at arm's length away from him. She appeared to be glowing. The woman vanished when he turned on the light. Mr. Dunlap knew that one of his friends, the couple is subleasing, had spotted a ghost in the apartment, and both agreed that she's an older Asian woman of small stature. Mr. Dunlap and Miss Cole, a 27-year-old writer and editor, used to find themselves in a routine late-night tug-of-war over the too small a comforter they shared. I know how that feels. Several weeks ago, Mr. Dunlap woke up late at night to the sensation of what he assumed was Mrs. Cole adjusting the blanket at his feet to spread it evenly across the bed. When the movement stopped and he didn't feel his girlfriend climbing the bed beside him, he called out to her, but she didn't answer. Then she came back from the bathroom. It was so weird, dude, Mr. Dunlap said. It was just so weird. But the incident left him and Miss Cole with a lingering positive impression. Like whoever or whatever it was had been trying to make the couple feel more comfortable, or to meditate a potential conflict between them before it happened. Ghost play mediator. It's like, you're going to bitch because she took the blanket, so here, let me cover your feet up. So they're seeing these apparitions and these things. Hey, Kerrigan, thank you for the follow. Kurgan. Hopefully I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. Um, but yeah, I could not imagine a ghost playing mediator between me and my husband. Eh, I guess it's better than nothing, right? But it's better than to fight. Kirk Gray is an associate professor at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. And he studies how we perceive and treat the minds of other entities, including animals, machines, and the dead. Times of great unease and malaise, there are increased drive to find meaning in chaos, and it can lead themselves to perceive hauntings, he said. Not to mention that disease itself shares certain psychological parallels with a malicious spirit creeping invisibly upon its unexpected victims. The phenomenon could also be a side effect from the loneliness of our time. In quarantine, you are physically confined and also psychologically confined. Your world narrows, Mr. Gray said. You're trapped at home and you're needing human contact. It's comforting to you to think that there's a supernatural agent with you. Hey, Shrimp Shack, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I don't think that's true. I think a lot of it is we are in quarantine and there's no hustle and bustle like there normally is. Do you know what I mean? Like we hear more in the hotel now that it's kind of dead here. You know what I mean? So I really feel that everybody's quieted down. There's no hustle and bustle. And so we're seeing and hear more that actually is going on around us. You know what I mean? We're actually forced to stop and smell the roses right now. And that's what we're doing. And we're hearing all the sounds and seeing all the stuff that normally does go on, but we're just so busy we don't pay any attention to it. That's just my take on it, though. I mean, you know. Thank you for the ice cream, Ron. You didn't get me that time. Yeah, right, Freaky Geek. Not much activity happening, and we are more alert to our surroundings. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Kind of dead. Exactly, you know. Says for Danielle, a 39-year-old lawyer, isolation predicts or predates this pandemic. The Times agree not to use her last name to protect her professional reputation. She has been recovering at her home in Richmond, British Columbia since contracting an unrelated serious illness over the winter. She first experienced strange activity in February, she said, when she kept walking into her guest room to find a particular lamp was turned on, although she had no memory of leaving it that way. This happened again and again and again until on a whim she said out loud, "Don't turn that back on." It's kind of how I talk to my spirits around here. Why are you doing it to me? The next time she entered the room, she found the ceiling light, which she never ever switches on, blazing. One more than or on more than one occasion, she has heard the voices of a man and a woman having a conversation she couldn't quite make out. More recently, she said she was sewing face masks in the same bedroom and she had exactly enough fabric left to make one more mask. But when she briefly turned away from the ironing board, where she just pressed the double cotton gauze, the two remaining pieces disappeared. It's gone. It was gone, Danielle said. Like in a 20-second period, gone. I went and checked the garbage pail, nothing. Checked the recycling, nothing. My fabric stash, nothing. I tore the house apart looking for these two pieces of fabric, and they never come back. Danielle described herself as a highly social person, someone whose friends and family had worried about how she fared cooped up all by herself. This kind of feels like someone popping in to to cheer me up or keep tabs or to make sure that I'm not feeling alone, she said. If the idea of paranormal identity can prove someone a little bit of social substance to help them endure their solitude, Mr. Gray said that's great. At least as long as the ghost isn't advising its haunties to go to the emergency room without a mask and French kiss everybody, he said. Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night? Do you experience feelings of dread in the basement or attic? I always do. Even the basement here. Even though I used to live down there. We call it the basement, but it's not the basement. There's rooms down there. And it's really better rooms. Don't panic, said Mr. Tenney, the Ghost Stalkers Hall host. Take careful notes on what you observe. When you may find, or what you may soon find, a rational explanation for your fears. What if that strange noise at 2:50 p.m. every weekday is just the UPS truck clattering by? But Mr. Tenney also offers this. One could argue that ghosts puttering around in your kitchen is not only there, but that she's always been there. Maybe you're what's changed, or maybe you're listening more closely in a greater quiet all around us. Perhaps we're just now starting to notice that the world is a little bit weirder than we gave it credit for. See, I love John. I love John wholeheartedly. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? But yeah, I believe what he says that or I agree what he says, I should say. That I think we're just noticing a freaky geek, not exactly the right way to go about cheering one up. Make them go crazy. No, I don't think so. I mean, it depends. I'm used to the weird world as it is. You know what I mean? Um, I think I'm okay, Stephen. I don't know. I could be a little off my rocker. But that's what you guys love about me. Um, I really, I live in a weird world, so stuff really don't freak me out. Do I jump scare? Hell yeah, I jump scare. I won't watch those videos on Facebook where, they come up and, you know, I don't like those. I don't think anybody likes those. But if something odd happens, I don't freak out over it because I try to explain it away. It does make life interesting, Ron. You're so right. That's right, Andy. Us weirdos need love too. That's exactly right. Um, but I feel like we live in a world where we're not alone and we'll never will be alone. You know. But have you guys experienced any? Let me go ahead and we're going to try this. I don't know how well it'll work because, it is my computer. I was going to, like I said, I was going to test this all out yesterday and I was actually going to title it, um, let's see how many things Missy can have running on her computer before it blows up. But I thought that would catch the eye of the FBI or something, you know. But we're going ahead. Let me go ahead and put the call in number. There's the call in number 702-751-0593. I will also put in chat the invite code. So if anybody wants to come up, if you had more experiences now that we're quarantined, I mean, we're coming out of it now, but some of us are. But if anybody wants to come up or call in, I don't know if my Skype will work. I tried using it last night. Freaky Geek. I've seen things move as well as I've had things go missing, but then nearly every member of my family experienced that one time or another. Yeah, definitely. It's not something new. I mean, I think we all. Yeah, I know, right, Andy? Watch out for them. You have to watch out for them. But if anybody wants to come in and share their stories, please feel free to. Um, but yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where we try to explain it away in our rational mind, right? But hey, some things you just can't explain away. Like that freaking star that disappeared. Here I was, calming Eddie down, saying it's not a UFO, it's a star. We see it every year. It's the same star. It's bright. I can't remember the name of it because, um, thank you for the lemon. Why didn't,
Oh
oh, there it goes.
my.
I'm like, why didn't I hear it? Thank you so much, Ron, for the lemon. I appreciate it. Where was it going? Oh, the star. So I'm trying to explain it to him, and then I'm like, listen, I'll take a picture of it, blah blah blah, and I go inside because I was working the front desk that night. Go inside, grab my phone, which is like 10 seconds of me running inside to the front desk, grabbing my phone and coming back out, and the stupid star disappeared. So I couldn't explain that away. Welcome back, Danielle, Delta, my bugaboo. How is you? Ryan's shared some scary stories from the house you guys lived in. Do you have any scary stories, my bug? Delta Dawn. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what it was, Christina. That's a good one. I'll have to tell him that. I'll have to tell him that. It burnt out. We're talking about ghosties. No, I'm not going to sing that song. You're just scared, period, Tamara. There's nothing to be scared about. Yes, I tried to get a picture. Are you talking about how um how the yesterday the moon and I think it was Jupiter and I don't know, two stars were on top and it was supposed to look like um a smiley face. Wow, I can't think today. My brain is not here at all today. I'm sorry, I apologize. But yeah, like for real, like it was supposed to. Yeah, me too. Like, well, it was cloudy here. See, it's hard because when it's this time of year, we don't see the moon in that until the morning. So if you're not up early to see the moon, you won't see it because it'll disappear behind the mountains. I know, I love that song too, Delta Dawn. Me too. That is Freaky Gig. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? You guys are bad. Stop that. Both you and Tamara, Freaky Geek. The Death Star, yeah. Are you talking about the Death Star that's really up in the sky or the Death Star from Star Wars? Yep, I believe that was Tammy Wynette. Like the one time where I was sitting and the ghost spirit walked down the stairs. I never heard that, Danielle. You need to come up and tell me about it. I didn't hear that one, Danielle. How come? Why nobody tell me that one? Hit that link, bug. For anybody that doesn't know, Danielle is my daughter. I really needs to hear the story. It walked right by you, hon? It was the asteroid. Yeah, the dust star. Yeah. It was like an asteroid that looked like the dust star. Yeah. No, she can't scare me. Believe me. Did you get the link on? I'm not seeing you backstage yet. I'll put it there again just in case. Coffee! My English always flies out there. Probably. It won't let you in? Why won't it let you in? What's it saying, honey? Here, hold on. Let me go to Facebook. I'll send it to you on Facebook. Or actually, I could probably call you on Facebook. You want me to call you on Facebook? Okay. Do 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 do. Andy's dancing backstage. Ooh, I don't see him. Yeah, Christina. Doesn't support. Oh my goodness. All right. How about let's see if this works. Hopefully this will work, right? We'll do it this way. I'm going to call you if my computer lets me. Oh, okay. Let me go like this. I'm calling you. Maybe. Application window. I did allow my camera. Oh my God. See, this is what I can't stand. I don't know what the hell's going on. I know StreamYards. Okay, I'm just going to have to call you, not video share you. Oh no, you ate all the Nutella? How dare you, freaky geek? What the hell? That's so wrong. Or not even call you because stupid thing won't come up. Excuse me. Uh-uh. I can't hear her. I can't hear it ringing. Hold on, bug. Oh, can you hear me? You can hear me? Oh, crap. Hold on a minute. Not you, Bug. Hold on. I gotta share audio, but keep that there. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear her out there? I did say crap. I probably said crap. How are you, Bug?
I'm doing okay.
That's good.
You?
I'm doing okay. Okay, so what happened now? It's glitchy?
Well, no, I thought I told you about it, but remember me telling you about at the house. I was sitting downstairs and that thing or that spirit or whatever walked downstairs. I had the top hat and the vest. It looked like some dude from like I don't know, way back then.
I don't remember you telling me about that.
Oh yeah, but
That
it
was
walked
Dad's
like
house, right?
yeah.
The same one, because, Ryan had an experience with the shower thing or the bathroom thing.
But yeah, it was at Dad's house. But yeah, it just fully walked downstairs and like I don't know, by the time I got to the end of the stairs, it just disappeared. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Only my kids are used to that. They're like, oh, okay. Did it notice you at all or anything?
No, it didn't. It just
No,
kept his eyes on where it was going.
that's wild. That's wild. Have you had any
But
more?
yeah,
Now, that was Dad's house, you said?
yeah.
Um, have you had any other experiences like that?
Well, it was at the house, my dad's house again. Well, we just happened to look over and there was just these shadow people walking in from rooms to rooms. Like one time, Dad was talking to Ryan and he happened to look over and someone walked from my room, like out my room, into Dad's room.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hi, Patrick. Welcome back, Tamara.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Is that a lot of those are residual, like they're on a loop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't see you. They just keep doing what they do.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Like I said, at 13 years old, my daughter is just like, whatever. My kids are used to it. Right, Danielle? I don't know whether to call you Danielle, Bug, or Delta. My mouth is like, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Ryan had the experience that in the bathroom upstairs.
Hmm.
That was in that house, I believe. I thought so.
Yeah. My dad was telling me about how I think it was before I was born or whatever. It was they were living in a haunted house or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, before you were born? Yeah, we lived in a haunted house.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan ever told you the story where how he got dragged out of bed?
Well, Dad did.
Oh,
He
did
did.
he? Okay. Yeah, he got dragged out of bed, and then we moved Ryan to the other room and put you there.
Oh, wow.
I know. Thanks, Ma. Yeah. Let's see if it drags the baby out. No, I'm joking. No, I've never called any of my kids brats. I don't think. Have I, Danielle?
I mean, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
She's gonna blast me now. No. But yeah, my kids are. You have to. My kids have grown up with us. They've grown up with their dad interested in the paranormal. Me always interested in the paranormal. My witchy ways. They're just used to it. They're like, yeah, whatever. It's a ghost. Um, I mean, Ryan's favorite movie when he was like your age was It.
Okay, it is a pretty good movie. I watched the second one.
Do you like the first one or the second one better? Like the
I think I
original?
would like the uh um I don't know honestly. But the It Chapter 2 is not as good, but it's still pretty good, it's still enjoyable.
Right. It's enjoyable. I don't know, Christina, that's not how it works. She's like, so basically you thought the kid was nuts, so you said, okay, put the baby in there. She can't talk yet. That's about right. No, actually, what happened was Ryan was asleep in his bed. Me and my ex-husband, their dad, was out in the living room watching TV, which is a, it's just, the living room's here. Ryan's bedroom was here. And all of a sudden, and for me, like I said, for me, I'm used to the stuff like that. But when this happened, I freaked out. Ryan, like, I thought he fell out of bed, but all of a sudden he like crab walked really, really fast. Like all I could think of is like spider walk in Exorcist, where she spider walks down. My kid did that. Ryan did that. Out really fast, like so fast as I thought he was going to go through the living room door. And he turned around and he's like this, and he was, well, let's see, I was pregnant with you when it happened. So he was about 10 when this happened. And he's like pointing at the door or like his bedroom like this. And I remember I grabbed your dad's leg and I was like, what the F is wrong with him? Yeah.
Dad's probably like, oh my god, this is nuts.
I know. And you ask Ryan and he swears to God that he got pulled out of bed. He looked up and there was a guy standing there with a top hat. And we've seen those guys before. We've seen that guy and a woman walk out of Taylor's bedroom through the kitchen at that apartment.
Oh.
So yeah, it was definitely a crazy experience in living there. And then, he got pulled out of there like I said, so we sat there and we moved him out of there and put you in there.
Yeah, so I can experience.
Yes, all my kids have to get experience with this stuff.
Just for safety and earlier.
Yeah, I did always get scared that you guys, as babies, were going to be floating through the air, like being held by somebody, but like me not being able to see, and it freaked me out.
You remember the time where I was living with that woman?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I ever told you about this. Did I tell you about the girl that I used to talk to?
No.
Alright, well, this isn't really scary, but I used to talk. There was this girl who died in the house. She's about like the same age as me right now, if not a little bit older.
Okay.
I used to talk to her. I used to talk to her like every day. And what actually happened was she actually hung herself in the basement.
Wow. Did she tell you this, or did you find out about this?
I ended up finding out about it.
Like after you talked to her, like you were like, "Oh crap."
Well, no, I actually found out a couple, like, I think a year later, maybe.
Wow. Hey, Mary, how you doing?
But yeah, she used to be my friend. She used to play with me.
I know, Christine. She's like, so even worse. You put the baby girl in the room with a guy with a crate. I missed that. Hold on. So even worse, you put the baby girl in the room with a strange old guy in a hat. Yeah.
Basically.
She turned out okay. I'm a mom like that, We'll just stick the baby in there. I love you, Danielle. So
Oh, no,
you
I really
actually,
do.
like, you could actually see her and talk to her? I didn't know you had these
Yeah.
abilities. Why didn't you tell me? Why does nobody tell me this? Hide it from
I don't
Mom. She's the
know.
weirdest of them all.
But yeah, I can physically see her and like actually talk to her and hear what she's saying.
Right. That's awesome, Bug. Have you kept up with that?
No, not really, but I think it'd be cool if I did. But
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely, honey.
Wilma caught me one time. I was just like, yeah, she happened to look out on the porch. I was just talking to myself playing, and like the thing was moving as well. So
Wow. That's awesome, Bug. I didn't know you had those abilities, and that's pretty damn cool. Well,
neither did I.
I shouldn't say that because all three of you kids have told me different things. Obviously Ryan can see spirits too. Um, Taylor, not so. I mean, she proved it to me like when she was like a baby. She was just starting to talk. Um, you know how my dad would have been called Nanu if he was alive by you guys.
Yeah.
And like she was staring up at the wall, she was sitting down, staring up the wall and putting her arms up, going up, Nanu, up.
Oh.
And it was like, okay, like she didn't even know that word. You know what I mean? Like there was no way she could have known that word. You know, like it wasn't like I was it wasn't like, I was showing her pictures going, this would have been Nanu. But because she was still too young to know that,
Oh yeah.
And then Ryan swears to God up until he was about 5 years old, he could tell you that he remembers being in my tummy and how loud and red it was.
Oh, that's creepy.
Because you know how I used to always point my eyes down and say I used to watch you guys in my tummy?
Uh,
Did I ever tell you that? Yeah, I told you that, I'm sure.
and I just can't remember.
Right. But yeah, he goes, I remember being in there, Mommy. I was joking with him, telling him I could, that's how I looked after you guys when you were in my tummy. I looked down. And he's like, I remember, Mommy. I remember being in your tummy. I said, oh yeah, what was it like? And he was like, it was like all red and it was loud, very loud. I'm like, okay.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. But keep up with that, Bug. Don't lose that, man. I mean, if you can talk to spirits, that's pretty awesome. You know me.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. We'll work on that. We'll talk about it and work on it.
All right.
All right? Because I know
Okay.
I know it doesn't freak you out, so that makes it all the better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the life of my family. We're all kooky in our own way, right? But it's a good thing. We like being kooky. Right.
Fun.
It's fun. That's right. Exactly. Oh no. Did I
Oh.
just go offline? I hope I didn't.
Oh no.
Oh no. I don't think I did. See, because I got Facebook up and it screws up everything. It's the only app. Okay, there we go. All right, Bug. Well, I'm going to let you go. But thank you for sharing those stories. Is there any more? Do you have any more before I let you go? Did I lose you?
Nope, not
Oh,
really.
okay.
Not that I can remember, at least.
Right. All right. Very cool. Thank you for coming up.
And thank you for having me.
Aw, you're so sweet. I love you.
Me too.
I miss you. And I will talk to you later, okay? We'll definitely talk about
All
this,
right.
so.
All right.
All right, honey. I love you.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you go, guys. That was my daughter. So interesting. Nobody ever tells me when they have mystical gifts. It's only Mom. She's the one that's into the weird shit, and yet nobody tells me. But see, it's all. See, Christina, some things did come good out of that because now I know that. So putting her into that room, so yeah, I mean, pretty cool. Anybody else want to come up, share some stories? Hold on, let me get that out of the way. Let me put this back. No, not go. Copy. Maybe. Again, the call-in number is 702-751-0593. Or if you'd like to come up and share a story, definitely come up. Have you found out that like more, so what do you guys think? Do you honestly think that like since we're quarantined there's just more activity, or is it just more that we're stopping to smell the roses like I said? What do you think? Yeah, if you think like that, that could be where the child's first words come from when you don't know they're picked up when nobody says it. Yes, exactly, Freaky Geek. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody, like, there's no way that my oldest daughter could have known the word Nanu. It wasn't, there was, all the males have basically, had passed on. So, like, she wouldn't have been around, at least in that part of my family, um, in the Italian side of the family. Nobody she wouldn't have known that word at all. Yeah, Freaky Geek. Yeah, I agree. We're more relaxed and yeah. I mean, I think, like I said, just because we aren't doing the hustle and bustle of the world that we know, we're seeing and hearing more stuff. Very interesting. Where did my mix? Okay, well, if you're listening on MXLR, um, thank you for listening. I can't pull up the chat. I don't know where it went. Hopefully, I'm still over there live. But I definitely agree with you, though, that we're just more relaxed. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for today, since nobody wants to come up and share their stories. No pressure, no pressure. I thank you guys for watching. What's coming up is of course, tomorrow's Tarot Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to be talking about the Tesla death ray, some Jack the Ripper theories, I guess, on what had happened. We're going to talk about the Baker Street robberies, unsolved, still to this day. Moon-eyed people, and of course some MIBs. MIBs. Got to get them. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Ron, if you want to come up, you can come up if you have some stories. Is that what you mean, Ron? I'm sorry. Did I miss you? You can either call in or you can click the link. But yeah, we're going to see how I'm very interested in these moon-eyed people where I believe they were it's either the Cherokee or the Navajo. I want to say Cherokee people. Um, used to talk about them. So we're going to go ahead and yeah, discover some on them. So that's what's coming on. Of course I missed you. Oh, you was painting. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. So that's what's coming up this week, and then of course Friday, Freaky News Friday. I'm working on some stories. Um, I got a couple stories already to go for Friday. Oh, there's Ron. Hold on one second. Let me ask you, or let me ask you. Let me add you. I got a couple stories. There we go. I got a couple stories. What's up? Let me ask you. And oh no, are we there?
Not much.
Okay, there we go.
All I see is your chat.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What's going on? How are ya?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Painting away, I hear?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. You got some stories for us? Do you have any freaky stories?
Yeah, I have one. I don't know how many people remember it.
We'll definitely share.
The earliest thing I remember is in my great-grandmother's house. And we were there, my sister and I, playing with the old wooden spools.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a lady in the rocking chair. And I didn't know who it was until I
Oh, your audio's going out.
And that was my great grandmother that died before I was born.
Oh, wow. That's wild. She was just, did she like say or do anything? Or is she just watching you guys, or?
She was just watching.
That's wild.
All I got is my phone on guys that I'm talking to.
I didn't want to wait.
Okay. Well,
I don't know where the echo's coming from. Yeah, I should. Uh-oh. What did you order now?
Nice.
The fuck is that?
It's part of the mini portal.
A piece of wood?
That's what that's gotta, yeah. Yeah, we're making a mini portal. And so he got excited. Oh, let me see that package.
See, I'm part of the mini portal.
Let me see that.
Okay.
I might have an unboxing. Hold on one second. If I think it's what it is. It is. Not to... It is, too. Oh, my... If anybody... Let me make sure. It is. If anybody... Do you guys know Haya Truth? Right?
Yeah.
She did a couple paintings for me. So this turns into an unboxing. Oh. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. I'm surprised he went to the post office. It was raining out.
Well, you had a package here.
Oh, look at... Oh, my God. God, So she sent me, she does energy paintings. If you guys have seen her or talked to her. Yeah, she does, Christina. She makes beautiful paintings. And what she does is she feels your energy and goes off of that. Oh, I wish she was here now. Oh. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to ruin the painting. How beautiful. So she asks what your favorite colors are. What time is that my time, Mary? So this is the first one. Oh, that is so beautiful. And I know it's not going to do justice, right?
Do you want me to get down so you can do full screen?
No, because either way it wouldn't. It's not good. I gotta remember how the hell to put me up on the camera. Hold on one sec. Let me try to do this. And then, come on. But no, you're fine. You're fine. Let's see. Maybe. Why won't it? Oh, because I got to click it. Duh. And I'm upside down. What do you know? Hold on one sec. Let me switch me over. You know, hey, just hanging around. Come on. See, I'm excited. So my computer is like, it knows. No, that's not what I gotta do. I gotta go down here. Flip. Okay. There we go. There we go. So here we go. Here's the first one. I did flip. Oh, it doesn't do it much justice. It's so shiny and so beautiful. There's a pink other side, not that side, this side. She's got pinks, blues. Oh, I wish the camera picked it up more. There's hot pinks in there. Oh, I love it. Black stripe going through it is so beautiful. Let's see, I'll put it that way. Let me lift my light up. See what that happens. Can you tell how shiny that is? It's so glossy. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's the first one. Oh my God, she's gonna make me cry. How rude of her. Oh, Haya, if you're watching this, these are beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this. Both of them. Oh, okay. Let me make sure I got it the right way. And that's the second one. Oh my God. How beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know they're going to go right behind me. Right behind me. Let me go back to this. So my ugly... Now I'm flipped again. Come on. If any, I swear to God, if anything could go wrong in this, there we go. It always does, doesn't it, Ron? You've been here forever, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, how beautiful. Thank you, Haya, if you're watching. Thank you so much. Sorry to interrupt you, Ron.
No, that was it.
No,
Just
that was it.
just my great
That's
grandma.
pretty wild, though.
Rocking chair.
That is so cool. I mean, for her to just sit there just watching her great grandchildren. Was it a quick glance or like was she there for a while? Do you remember? Or?
She was there for a while. She was there for a while.
Wow.
I mean, she didn't say anything.
We didn't say anything
to her either.
Wow. That is so
My sister
cool.
remembered it also. Sister remembered it also.
What a shared experience with you both, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually it's one person seeing something and telling somebody else, but you guys shared that experience. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I thank you for sharing. That's awesome. I love hearing stories from other people. Hey, Jen, thank you for so much for subscribing. Sound will come through sometime today. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. But very cool. Thank you so much, Ron, for coming up. First of all,
you're welcome. You're welcome.
And yeah, I'm so cool. That's so cool that you shared that with us. I'm so thankful for that. I love hearing stories like that. I really do, you know. And if anybody else would like to come up, feel free to. Let me make sure I got the right link. Or give a call to 702-751-0593. My computer is like, oh, hell no, what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I wanted to, I wanted to do a test stream yesterday, but it was like, I wanted to put the title, let's see how many things Missy can have on her computer before it blows up. Yeah, thank you, Ron.
I can tell you another one.
Yeah, well, the more the merrier. Hell yeah.
All right. I used to spend the summers at my grandparents' house on my mother's side.
Okay.
It used to be an old stagecoach stop.
Oh, wow.
All right. And we would be downstairs in the front room, and you could hear glass breaking upstairs.
Wow.
So if you go up, you wouldn't see anything.
Like there was no like glass anywhere or anything?
Nope.
Wow.
And my grandparents even jump because you weren't allowed to talk about it.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's understandable.
Am I echoing again?
See, I don't hear the echo.
Okay. Well, I'll get down so they don't have to hear it.
I don't even know what I could like. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this? Is that better, guys? Oh, he's never stopped echoing?
Oh.
I see, I don't hear it. I don't hear the echo.
Because if I put my earphones in, it makes some kind of whistling noise.
That's better? Is that better? Well, that's weird. Okay. That's so weird because you shouldn't hear what's on there because there's nothing over there to be heard. Like that made sense, but you know what I mean. That's weird. Okay. Well, it was my fault, Ron, not yours.
Nicole, I don't know.
Oh, do you have a guide?
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure he does. We usually all do. Awesome, no echo now. Great.
I just saw an old lady behind you. All right.
Oh.
My mother just passed away.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
Remember? I think I told you, Shadow.
Yeah, you did. You did. And I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be. I mean, she could be around, definitely.
Yeah.
After, my, that happened to me after my father passed away.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I don't know where my mom was, but I was sitting on the couch watching TV. And it's so weird because I had just, oh, Mary just said it was his mom.
Okay.
Um,
Citizen got a lot of stuff that
oh,
one night
really?
on me. I mean, an uncle that is a rare name. He picked it right out.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's like the night that he called out about Eddie's sister's dog.
Yeah.
I was like, because I'm sitting there, and usually what I do when I'm listening, I'll be doing work or whatnot. So I was writing in my notebook, and I heard Eddie with the sister Michelle, and I'm like, what? Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And like Michelle, like there's no way that nobody could have known, because Eddie didn't even know Michelle existed until 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So it was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, and then come to find out, after talking to Eddie, because we kept saying, a dog, he's like, why would my dog be coming to me 30 years after it's passed away? You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
come to find out her dog had just passed away like a couple days before. It was like, oh, okay, it all makes sense now. But yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's really gifted.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember when my dad passed away, sitting there on a couch, I felt a cool breeze, but it was like almost like a stagnant cool, like it was sitting there, it wasn't like breezy, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked over and the lampshade was shaking, going back and forth, and I'm like, for some reason I just said, Dad, and it stopped. And I didn't feel scared or anything like that. I was comforting, a comforting feeling.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'm a good person. I promise. I'm not going to hurt your peoples. Yeah, like a cold spot. It wasn't breezy. It was just like a cold sitting there. But I knew instantly that it was my dad, apparently, because that was the first thing I said. Wake up call. But yeah, it's when it's nice when we experience our loved ones coming around. Oh, that's cool, Nicole. That's very cool.
I'm back.
Welcome back. But yeah, it's like I was saying, it's cool when loved ones come around. Definitely. Nicole. Run.
Yeah. Yeah, Boomer. He was the one barking.
like, there's somebody here, Dad.
Yeah.
This has been really cool. Really, really cool. I love it. If anybody else has a cool story to share as well, come on. Feel free to come on up. It's definitely been fun. What boomer is named after the other one?
No,
Well, you never.
that was his name when we got him.
Mm. So they must have known Boomer D. No.
Yeah.
Probably Nicole. They like doing that. Freaky geek. Love it. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to get off of here. That was so funny. Oh, by the way, we found out last night because Eddie was feeling a little relaxed last night before bed. And we're downstairs. A funny story. We're downstairs having a cigarette. And I'm just like, I just wanted peace and quiet. I didn't want to talk or anything like that. I'm sitting there having a cigarette. And I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, can you stop talking for 5 seconds? Not rudely. We talk like this all the time to each other. And so he goes, okay, but you have to count. I said, well, I'll count in my head. And he's like, no, that's not fair, And I'm like, no, I'm going to count in my head so you don't know. I want to see if you can really actually stop talking for 5 seconds. Well, we found out we can't do that anymore because he starts farting and then he'll combust is what I'm trying to say. He'll just combust if you stop.
Okay.
Yeah. He couldn't. It was so funny. It was so funny last night. We had a good time. That's cool, Christina. I got this cool motion camera that snaps pictures when there's motion. I'm having so much fun in my house, I bet.
Oh, wow. I bet at her house.
Yeah, I love her streams.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I love watching her streams. I lurk a lot. I lurk a lot everywhere.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. It's not that I'm trying to be rude to anybody, but I'm giving them the watch time. I always leave a like, obviously, but it's like, I don't know. I just sit and I get so caught up in watching that I'm like, I don't even type. And then I'm like, oh, by the time I go to type, they're ending or something,
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, that's, okay. But yeah, I actually was looking on Amazon. Ron, what'd you order now? You sound like Eddie. Actually, well, he put it over there. Part of the, not the is it the Echo? I can't tell which. Came in for part of the mini portal. So they're getting here closer and closer. One day I'll get to put it all together. The rest of it should be here within this week. So, and then my paranormal stuff, the SLS camera and everything should be coming. I don't know how long it takes to ship from UK, but I'm excited. But I was looking on Amazon for motion detector cameras. But I only need like 2 of them here and here, and I'll get 2 of them, then I'm like, we need more.
Yeah.
I wish I could tap into the hotel's cameras. That would be awesome. Are the ghosts on lockdown? That could be. I mean, look at how
Yeah.
annoying we probably are to the ghosts that are, usually home all day and we're
Yeah.
like gone to work. They're probably like, what are these people doing home?
Yeah, most people are at work and they don't hear different things, too tired. Now they're just sitting at home.
Right, yeah.
What's that sound? What was that?
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, that star pissed me off with Eddie. That really did. I'm trying to debunk it, because he was weirded out by it. He's like, oh my God. And I'm like, it's not moving. It's a star. And then by the time, like I said, 10 seconds of me running into the front desk, grabbing my phone, coming back out, I'm like, are you kidding me? That was so wrong. See, even the aliens like to play tricks on me. Every
Yeah.
time.
What is that? East SETI up there in Washington State says they know what you're thinking.
The what?
East SETI.
The East
He
Seti?
says the aliens know what you think. That's why they disappear right away when you bring the camera out.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, how many times do we sit there and want to catch stuff like that on camera and boom, it's gone? Or like they get the
Mm-hmm.
camera focused and then gone. So I believe it. I totally believe it. And it kind of makes sense of what Dr. Stephen Greer says of how to call them to you. Is you meditate and you like send a image in your head of like the map of where you are, kind of like zooming in on Google Map. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that they'll come to you. I mean, I tried it a couple times. I don't know if anything happened, but you never know. You never know. Although I did have my so-called alien app running that supposedly gets messages from, and I say supposedly because I have no clue, but it did say lower back pain, and I was having lower back pain, and so, and that was after I meditated and had it called them down. So it was like, okay, well, that was kind of odd.
Mm-hmm. Nobody else, huh?
Nobody has any ghost stories for us, Ron.
Nope.
They
See, I
just
don't
like,
have any at my place now.
no. They just like looking at your pretty mug.
Oh, yeah.
It's better than my pretty mug. Freaky gets nervous. He's like Eli when it
What,
comes to
start
ghosts.
laughing?
No, when
Oh,
it comes
yeah.
to ghosts.
Well,
See,
Eli
I
has
learned.
them. He shouldn't be scared.
I know. That's the thing. Like, he's curious, but once you
Yeah.
start talking, he's like, ugh. Right, yeah, Christina, I get that. It's difficult to tell ghost stories because yeah, there's so many, and now that they're not stories really, they're everyday life, and that's so true.
Mm-hmm.
It's so true. That's how it is around here because it's so natural, you know. What's weird is I do want to find out about this little boy though that I see all the time, but it's more of a shadow, but a shadow on a loop, and I don't see that often. Hey, Sorta Rican, how you doing? Of course you can send me photos, Nicole. Either on Twitter or Facebook.
Right.
I bet, Andy. Happy Monday to you. That's good to hear. My thoughts and prayers are with you as well, too. But yeah, the little boy that I see that like peeks his head out when you're sitting in the lobby, supposed to be working. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he he's like on a loop. Like it's the same thing all the time, but it's a shadow figure on a loop. And like I really don't hear much about that. So it's interesting to me. Either that or he just doing the same thing over and over again. I don't know. But I watch the cameras constantly when I'm down there working. I watch them because they'll, they're the little movement ones, and they show the little, like, I say it's the AOL guy walking when somebody's on camera. Yeah, I don't know, sorta. I don't know. He looks like it looks like a shadow person, but you can see him. He runs. It's hard. I'll have to take video of the whole hotel someday. I keep saying that, and then I keep forgetting. But he, if you're sitting in the lobby, we have the stairs that go up to the third floor, and like he'll run from where we are to the other side. He'll stop at the stairway, peek his head
Mm-hmm.
around, and then disappear. Peek around like he's looking at you, and that's it. He's gone. But he said does the same thing all the time, but it's a shadow figure. It could be a very strong imprint. Definitely. Because it's the same thing all the time. And you have to be, well, I don't know. I can't say you have to be sitting in the same spot because I just like to sit in that one chair. So I don't know if I notice them if I'd sit in the other chair. Okay. All right, Nicole. Let me see here. Did you send them? Where'd you send them, Nicole? I'm sorry. I don't know if we have limestone up here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because a lot of
I don't
times I'll
know.
say that the foundations of the building too. What is the material that was used? Because they
Right.
said that could hold energy and stuff.
Yeah, well, the thing of it is, now, mind you, like I said, in Old Valdez, it'd be different story, but this is like, they rebuilt this town in like 1965.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's fairly new, some aspects. I'm not sure when they built the hotel. I know the old governor did, or the former governor is the one that built part of the hotel, and then it got added on. Um, but they did that. I mean, this because of the, and I believe that a lot of spirits from Old Valdez, because it's not that far away, came over here. But I still want to go to Old Valdez and check it out. And I'm so scared of bears. I gotta wait till my floor comes in. I'm scared of bears.
Well, you got to wait until summer so I can get up there.
Are you right?
Because by the time they allow us to go out, it'll be too late.
I know. I know. It really sucks. I can't pull them up right now, Nicole. But I'll look at them. I'll share them on Wednesday's show. Definitely. When I don't have everything up. But yeah, I really want to go over in Old Valdez. Like there's an old, I think Chinese um, cemetery over there.
Oh.
And so many lives were lost on that day. Not only here, but in Anchorage too, all along the coast.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, Puerto Rican. Also, if children can see spirits better, and why can't they Imprints be stronger too in the afterlife. That's true. But yeah, so I don't know exactly like when this hotel was built.
Right.
I just know it was after 1964. And but like I said, the most that you hear, I believe, is the housekeeper. If there's, I'm sure there's been housekeepers that passed away. Um, but that's the kind of thing, you know, you hear that knock, then nothing, then you hear the handle jiggle. Like they're just coming in doing their job. Kind of like that
Yeah.
story I shared with the TV on and off. Our housekeepers, not in rooms that, not stayovers, but if they have a dirty room or whatnot, a lot of our housekeepers will turn on the TV while they're doing their housekeeping, you know. So it doesn't shock me to hear that about the TVs in most hotels.
Mm-hmm. I texted you on chat the one time. There was a motel I heard about that people write the stories of what happened that night and like stick it in the rafters. I thought that
Oh
was in New
wow.
York State.
Was it this Shanley?
I don't know.
Not the Stanley, but the Shanley? Because
I don't
that
remember that name.
um Sale used to own that, but he's passed away now. Uh but I don't think I heard anybody doing it, sticking it in the rat. They could have. I mean, because Sale was very particular about who he let. Uh, he's very mindful of his spirits. You know, he's very protective of his spirits there, or was
Mm-hmm.
protective, and which was really cool. He was a good guy. That's true, Puerto Rican. I know, and here in this hotel, I know at least of 3 people that have passed away here. Um, but I don't know beforehand, like before the owners that have it now, and they don't like talking about it. So it's hard to, talk about it or ask questions about it without Eddie will. That's how we found out about the 3 people that's passed on here. Eddie just bluntly, has anybody died here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Christina, is the Shanley, yes. Sale used to own that, but he passed away now. Yeah, exactly. That's how it is here, Puerto Rican. That's what basically I live and work here. Eddie lives and works here. My coworker lives and works here. Not right at the moment, but it is. But see, the thing with it is Valdez in 1964 had a big tsunami hit. So all our records from before that and everything were wiped out in the tsunami. I mean, the whole town, when I say the town was destroyed, the whole town, there's only the post office um, floor, the cement floor, is the only thing standing over there. I mean, the tsunami wiped out everything. And so it's hard to find records at all. Then they built over here. They right away they started building over here to house everybody in that. So it's very hard to research this town before 1964, if that makes sense. I mean, you can look it up online. It's the earthquake of 1964, Valdez, Alaska. Most of them have passed on because this is an old fisherman's town. It always has been. That's why I laugh when people come up here and they think they're going to get the Bellagio or something. I know. Well, they moved the town, Christina. I mean, it's still scary. We get, we have the tsunami warning every Wednesday, the test of the sirens. Oh, yeah, I get that. I get that. But I mean, let me tell you, Alaska's a very different state. Even though it's a part of the United States, it is a very, like, people, this was the United States 20 years ago. Everybody, the old timers and stuff like that, they will tell you stories, definitely, but you have to be careful of who you talk to because they're very, like, who are you? It's none of your business type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Does that make
Mm-hmm.
sense? And when it comes to that, it's a very touchy subject up here because we lost a whole class of people in school that were at the docks for a field trip. I mean, it's a very touchy subject up here. No, they never rebuilt over there because that obviously a tsunami can reach that far. No, not like Deliverance.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
people are awesome up here. I'm telling you, this is why I love it here, and I probably will not move from Alaska back to the lower 48s because people are just genuinely nice. You don't have to worry about people suing each other. You don't have to worry about the mundanes of things of living down in the lower 48s. If you run a stop sign because of the fact that you slid through the stop sign on ice, people stop instead of getting a cop involved and saying you ran a stop sign, they get out and they help and make sure you're okay. Do you know what I mean? It's very, we all take care of each other and it's very comforting and very nice and very, it's cool. I love it up here. That's why, like, people respect each other up here. Like, that's why we haven't had, knock on wood, we haven't had a case of the virus up here in Valdez because when people know when you come here, you're going to be quarantined for 14 days. That's all there is to it. But people respect that and not try to fight it, if that makes sense. True, sorta. I could do that. Definitely. I mean, it's definitely would be genuine caring. You know what I mean? I didn't even live here then, or I only moved here 4 years ago. But it was like, um, I feel for them. I feel for you. It's hard to explain unless you come here. Ron's saving up the points for the airline tickets, so
Yep.
it is. It's just a beautiful place. The people are beautiful. That's a good idea, sort of, Rican. I will definitely, you know, I will definitely think about that and the thing with it is, I would never even thought I would ever move to Alaska. Are you kidding me? I told myself a long time ago I would never move anywhere that has earthquakes. I'm like in the earthquake capital of the world. No, you still here. Like I said, it's like the United States 20 years ago where everybody says hi, how you doing, good morning, good evening. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it here. Definitely different from New York, I'll tell you that. Right, right. Well, they do that all the time. That's my biggest thing is you know, they have their memorials and they have their. We'll see. I'll sit down and really think about it and see. Oh, they do. I mean, if you look at all the pictures of Valdez, you can definitely see they preserved their history to where, from, like I said, after the earthquake and the tsunami, we have a Valdez, um, which I've gone to many times. I actually got offered a job there, the museum and that. Yeah, yeah, I'm good friends with one of the people that, well, she used to work there. She used to like be one of the top people that moved or worked there. It helps working in the hotel field because we house a lot of people that, come from out of state or whatnot for them, for the museum and the art center and all that. So that helps. Oh, really, Nicole? You don't have local museums? That sucks. I hope that was a door shutting downstairs. Every little, I'm telling you. I saw that California just had a 5.5 last night.
Yeah.
I was waiting. I was waiting. Oh, see, all our museums were free. Or are free, I should say. They even have free movie nights here. I mean, it's like back in the day, I'm telling you. The only thing that you're going to find expensive is the food. The food is up here just because they have to, because it's hard to get food here. Not only that, now with the airlines went bankrupt, so now we have no plane coming in here at all. No, it's different here, Andy. These are from the people that run the museum here are from here. They've lived here most of their life. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end this. Ron, I thank you so much for coming up.
Yeah,
I
thanks for having me.
appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Those stories are awesome. Definitely very cool. I thank you for sharing with us. Definitely. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this. And like I said, coming up Wednesday, we have the Tesla Death Ray, Jack the Ripper, Baker Street Robberies, Moon Eyed People, and Men in Black. Of course. Dun dun dun. And then tomorrow's Tarot Tuesday, so come get your readings. Come in quick, because you know how
Yeah, she
it
gets a
fills up
long list.
quick. It does. It fills up quick. It surprises me sometimes. I look at the list as I'm like, wow, okay. But thank you everybody for coming in and hanging out with us and talking to us. I'm going to go ahead and run the credits. And I hope everybody has an awesome day. Remember, we do go live every day, 10 a.m. Well, I try to go every day. Let me put it that way. 10 a.m. Alaska time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are listening on the podcast of this, come join the conversation. Love to have you. Thank you all guys so much for liking, hanging out, sharing it out. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Ron, for coming up and hanging out with me.
Mm-hmm. You're
And
welcome.
we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, guys. Much love, everyone. Be safe and
Bye.
take care. Bye. Or it did not switch. There we go.